Hello, everybody. What is going on today? I'm feeling good on this Sunday. Just got back from the Big Three exhibition that was here in Dallas at the AAC. Real cool. Saw the celebrity game with a whole bunch of stars that I know. Like Ocho Cinco. Um, they had the boy Waka Flock out there. Gilly the kid was out there. Wallow. Shout out Hezzy. I was like, I think he won MVP. If he didn't, he should have. There was a lot of stars. It was real fun. Then got to see Chicago versus I forget what team that was that they played, but there was like four. The way it was like three games. First one was a celebrity game. Then it was like the two games that determine who goes to Orlando and plays the championship game. So that was really fun to see. I was excited. There's a whole bunch of like random stars out there as well, like watching the game and stuff. Mark Cuban was there. Shaq made an appearance. Saw a bunch of people, honestly. Oh, there's a bunch of Mavs in the building too. Saw PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Jaden Hardy, Brandon Williams. It was just cool to see the guys. So, and I mean, I guess I'll use that to kind of segue into what I'm going to be talking about today in this video, which is the 2025/2026 NBA season schedule has dropped. And more importantly, the Dallas Mavericks season schedule has dropped. So, of course, I had to come through and do a video about it. And, oh, come on, look, you already see it. Got the Mavericks on the chest. And, of course, the GOAT man, Dirk, baby. Rookie, looking beautiful, looking amazing. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. But, yeah, looking great. Ready to take over the league and be that guy. Love him, man. What I say, man. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So, without further ado, let's step right on into looking at this Dallas Mavericks 2025 to 2026 regular season schedule. So, here's a snapshot that has like all 82 games kind of broken down by like month. I believe you guys can see it a little bit, but just wanted to show you how it looks with all 82 kind of out there where you can see them and like see the times and the TV and the TV channels that they'll be broadcasted on. But like I said, it's broken down by month, so you can see like October, November, got a bunch of games in. December got a few, got January, February, even shows the All-Star break right here, and then March, and then April. Last game of the season will be Sunday, April the 12th against Chicago. They even also have the asterisks to show, which are like the NBA Cup games, which did a video earlier about that, about the games that'll be happening. I did honestly West, because Group B, West Group B, which of course has the Mavericks in it, because I'm very biased. So yeah, it's gonna be. I was like, if there's Maverick stuff, I'm gonna talk about it. But let me show you guys another little snapshot that that actually zooms in a little bit more on the games, and we can like go through a few of them. I know there's 82, so I won't go through and talk about every single game that we're gonna play because I mean a lot hasn't happened yet. A lot of teams look different. Stuff's gonna it's just the teams that I'm going to be thinking about are going to be teams from last year, and I've kept up with some of the moves that have been made, and but I'm not fully up to date on like who's injured, who's going to be there for training camp, who's going to do that at the moment. So I won't go through every single game, and I'm not even talking about just for the Mavericks. I mean for like the other teams. I don't know who's going to be playing on what team at different times, and a lot of these games, by the time we get to them, God knows what those teams are going to look like, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, and also who may have gotten traded by a trade deadline. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts throughout the season. But without further ado, I'm going to go into talking about some of the games now. So our first game of the season opener, which also happens to be a home opener. Our first five games are actually here in Dallas, so that'll be beautiful. Got tickets already for that first game, and that game will be on October the 22nd against San Antonio. It'll be at 8:30 p.m. local time here in Dallas and 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And it will be, of course, a nationally televised game because it will be the number one overall pick, Cooper Flag, versus the number two overall pick, Dylan Harper. And of course, Wembenyama and the other Spurs, great Spurs players they got down there. They got a pretty nice looking team. And I mean, of course, we the Mavericks. So this will be the third straight year actually that we're open in the season against San Antonio. So this will be the third straight year that Wimby has had to play the Mavericks, but the first year without Luca. So I mean, he'll probably be looking forward to that. But hey, I still feel like we gonna come through with a dub, so that we gonna start the season off 1-0 and have the Spurs start the season off 0-1 for the third straight year. But we'll see what happens come October the 22nd. But I'm already counting for a dub right there, baby boy. That'll be good. Cooper Flag comes into the league, home opener, crowd going crazy, ADs here going nuts. We got PJ going crazy, Gafford and the boys, Derek Lively. Like, it's gonna be an amazing game, honestly, and it'll be good, man. It'll be good to start the season off 1-0. You know what I'm saying, against a good team that everybody's a little hyped about, and just stop a lot of the noise. Because I don't get me wrong, there's gonna be stuff that we're gonna deal with. Like, every team deals with stuff every single year, but what people don't understand is that we are going to deal with a whole lot less than we dealt with last year. We dealt with injuries. We dealt with, the trade, of course. We dealt with a sickness that literally plagued a bunch of our players for a couple months at a very crucial part of the season. And then, of course, we dealt with a time where we just didn't have any bigs for like a month and a half or two as well to end the season. And we still made it to the play-in tournament, won a play-in game, lost the second one. But hey, everything had to happen for us to get Cooper Flag, though. Because we got Cooper Flag. Just remember that. But yeah, next game we got against Washington. Then after that, Toronto. And fourth game of the season up against the defending champs, OKC Thunder. That'll be a good game to see as well, too, because they're going to have to drive their asses on down 35 and come to the AAC and play us there. And yes, they're going to say they're not worried about doing that and then all this and that. But at the end of the day, they won this championship, and they're going to be feeling better about themselves, as they should. But they still know that there's some, down here in Dallas, we still just we be playing them crazily. Excuse me. They still know that down here in Dallas, like, we play them pretty tough. And people are going to be like, man, that was with Luka. Look, bro, we played them 4 times last year. We beat them 3 out of 4 times. And the only time that we did not beat them was the game that Luka played in and that P.J. Washington, the mayor of Oklahoma City Thunder, did not play in. So, hey, if it happens once, it's crazy. If it happens twice, it's like, all right, I guess that's a little weird. But if it happens three or more times, it's starting to become a pattern and starting to become more than just a coincidence, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But I'm getting so ahead of myself. That game is on October the 27th, and we're still sitting here in August. So before I even start talking more crap about that, I'll just let us actually get into the season and into that month before we go into more. But then after that, we got the Indiana Pacers are coming to town to finish off our first 5-game road trip. I mean, not road trip. Our first 5-game homestand that we'll be having to start off the season. And that'll be without Hallie, without Miles Turner. They'll have Nimhard, and they'll still have a bunch of the pieces they had that made the finals run last year. But that team's gonna be looking different, and I'm trying to tell y'all boys, we are going to have our guys, except for Kyrie here. So the team's going to be bonding, has already been bonding. Like I said, I saw a bunch of them at the game today. I didn't see a bunch of the new players I didn't see a bunch of the new players that we got, but I still saw a bunch of the core team and like guys that let me know that, hey, they still be chilling. They be hanging out in the off season. They be hanging out whenever like they're not playing basketball together. So that's good to see as well. And I just feel like the team's going to be clicking because they heard a lot of the shit people been talking for months now. And they're all just ready to prove themselves and prove themselves in this NBA. Because at the end of the day, this is still their career. So I'm excited to see. But I'll be honest with you. After those first 5 games, I'm going to say that honestly, we can definitely go at least 3-2, if not 4-1. And I mean, shoot. I'm biased, and it wouldn't surprise me if we were to go a 5-0. But I mean, that Oklahoma City game is going to be difficult. But I'm trying to tell y'all boys, it wouldn't surprise me if we end up beating them again. If we end up beating them like 3 or 4 times in this regular season again this year, it really wouldn't surprise me, but we'll see. So then after that, we've got Detroit. And then our seventh game of the season is our first meeting with Houston. So our first look at KD and the new look Rockets. That'll be cool to see. That'll be at Houston. So we're gonna have to drive now 4 hours to Houston, but that won't be too crazy. I mean, we be playing pretty well in that. We play pretty well in that arena, so I ain't really worried about that as well. Then we got New Orleans. That's gonna be back at home after 2 games on the road, and then we're gonna go to Memphis and then to Washington, and those will be the first 10 games of the season. And I'm gonna look at it right now. I mean, we should beat Detroit. That might be a hard game against Houston. We should beat New Orleans. I feel like we can beat Memphis. And I'm biased on this, but I'm still trying to tell y'all boys. Like right now, at this point through 10 games, I'm looking at an 8-2 season already. I'm looking at a really good start to the season. People being surprised that, oh my God, what's happening with the Mavericks? How are they doing this crazy? But people will see in due time. Then after that, we got Milwaukee. We got Phoenix. First look at them without KD, without KD and with just Booker and them boys. That'll be funny to see. Milwaukee will be a good game too. Honestly, Giannis and them come down to town. And then we've got. I'm not sure what these blue games are, but I'm pretty. I think those might be. I'm pretty sure those are the Cup games. Those are probably the NBA Cup games. But once I scroll up a little bit, we'll be able to see at the bottom. Then we got the Clippers and Portland, Minnesota. First look at Ant Man. It's gonna be out there in Mini. That'll be kind of cool. That'll be kind of cool to see. Okay, then after Mini, we got New York. We're back home for Jalen Brunson and them guys. That'll be nice. First look at the Knicks. Afterwards, then we got New Orleans again for like the second or third time this season. Um, I'm not really sure what's happening with Zion and how that team's gonna look, but they've been pretty bad the last couple of years. I haven't seen a lot that would make me feel like they're not gonna be pretty bad again this year. So we'll see with that. Memphis again. Then we're at Miami against Tyler Hero and Bam and them boys. And then we have our first meeting against the Lakers and Luca of the 2025-2026 season, and that will be on Friday, November the 28th in LA. And yeah, those have to be the Cup games because I remember the first meeting that we have being a Cup game, and those other blue teams are the other teams in our group. As I'm looking at that, so yeah, that's definitely a Cup game. That'll be fun, man. Everybody's of course gonna be hype about that game, depending on what our seat. It honestly doesn't even matter what our record is at that point. Everybody's still gonna be hyped for that game. The Mavericks versus Luca in his first season, his first full season that he'll have in the Lakers. Now that he signed his extension and everything, and now that we've got Cooper Flag, so that'll be the first Cooper Flag versus Luca matchup. That'll be. I'm telling you, that whole week. That's a Friday. Oh my God! Like ESPN, Fox Sports, everybody's gonna be talking about. They're gonna be talking about that game all week. They're gonna be looking forward to that game all week, and that's not even gonna be the only game that we have or the game. And I think that game might be. No, that's not around things. That's not after things. I might be after Thanksgiving. I don't know. I was like, Thanksgiving is, I know, like the week of the 20 something. So I think that might be, that's either the day right before Thanksgiving. I mean, day right after Thanksgiving, or that's the week after Thanksgiving. But I don't know. It always sneaks up on me, to be honest with you guys. But through 20 games at that point, bro, like, I mean, we got Milwaukee, Phoenix, Clippers. That's gonna be pretty. That's a pretty. I mean, no, honestly, Phoenix ain't shit, but Milwaukee and the Clippers will be a pretty tough. Um, I mean, we could lose. I mean, if we lost either of those, I mean, we're still looking at like 9-4. Like, honestly, not doing too bad. It's not too crazy. Got the Clippers after the Lakers, so yeah, we're gonna be out there in LA for 2 days, and yeah, it's back to back too. So yeah, on the 28th and 29th, back to back. Yeah, so that'll be a nice little LA stint because the Clippers always like to play us hard as well too. So That'll be wild. Oh no, honestly, that's a pretty wild like stretch now that I'm looking at that because we've got the first meeting with Luca and the Lakers. Yeah, we got the first meeting with Luca and the Lakers and LeBron and them guys, and then right after that, the next day we got to play the Clippers, James Harden and them. Oh my God, James Harden, Kawhi and them guys. Got to play them the next night. Then 2 nights later, we have to fly to Denver with that altitude and play Jokic. Yeah, oh my God, Jokic and the Nuggets and their new pieces that they have. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the first matchup against Denver as well too. So God knows what's going to be happening by that point in time, but that'll be a pretty crazy stretch. Like those, and that's the thing. Miami's actually not too actually like there's nothing to really sleep on either. Like they play us really good every year, also. So to be completely honest with you, it's like that's a 4 game stretch. Five because we play them again. That's a 5 game. Honestly, no, my bad. That's a. So then after Miami, so we got Miami, Lakers, Clippers, Denver, Miami again. Then we go to OKC to play them guys, and then and then we have to then okay we come back home, but we the next night after playing OKC on Friday we come back and have to play the Houston Rockets with KD and them boys on Saturday. So that's like a good one, two, three, four, five, six. That's like a good 7 game stretch that honestly is going to be kind of difficult. But I'm going to be honest with you though. It's going to tell us a lot about what we need to know about ourselves and stuff. Like, to be honest, by December, we will know the kind of team that we have. And I know that's like a couple months into the season, and there's still a whole bunch of games left. So you guys can see that's only like 20. But I'm trying to tell y'all, by 25 games, we should kind of have a really good like look at where our team, at what our team is going to look like, and like what this season is going to be like. And that's I'm telling you, that's a well before Kyrie will come back, like a good month or so. So but in my opinion, by that game, it'll be like that's 25 games. Anything. Here's the thing. Anything over like, I don't want to. No, we got to have more than 12 wins by that point for me to be feel good about it. If we're like 15-10 at that point, like we've won 15 games and we've lost 10 at that point, that'll be a pretty good indicator. Anything over 15, like shoot, we're like 17 and what 8 or something like that, like 18-7 or something. That'll be really good because it'll be like we've played a few good teams and we've seen, and that's the thing. At that point, we will have seen a lot of the really good teams that will be in the West that we're going to be competing with all year, and definitely at the end of the year for a playoff position and for just like great seeding at that point. So yeah, by December 6th, after that Houston game, depending on what our record is and everything, like what we're looking at, like how we're looking, that's going to kind of tell us a lot about what we should kind. I don't like. I won't say it'll tell us everything because there's still so much left in the season. There's still time. There'll be so much time before we even get to All Star break at that point, and we're only be you know. What I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like it'll kind of let me know, like, yeah, this is how you guys have kind of matched up against these other teams. And yeah, it's pretty early, and don't get me wrong, it's like there's a lot that's gonna change and a lot that you're gonna need to do. But it'll like in my opinion, I like it if we get off to a good start early because the longer it takes you to ramp up and shit, just the more opportunities you give other teams to beat y'all's ass and like fuck up seeding. I'm trying to tell you this now. Every single year in the West, it always comes down to a few games, and we're gonna be mad at like, damn, why didn't we beat the Washington Wizards back in like October or something like that, or why didn't we beat the Hornets or some shit? Like it's gonna be some game like that we just for some reason take off and we get our ass kicked in, and then that shit's gonna come back to hoe us in the end of the season, which it always does. But hey, here it is. Yeah, those were the NBA Cup games because December 9th, 10th, 13th, and 16th will be the knockout rounds. 11th, 12th, 14th, and 15th the regular season games. So yeah, early. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So oh yeah, yeah. The group play games are highlighted in blue. So those would be yeah, like I said in the video, those would be those first like 4 games that we got to play to determine if we get to make it until the knockout rounds, and then after that, make it to the actual like little playoffs for the tournament. Coming out of that, we got Detroit. We're at Philly, who I don't know how they're gonna look at that point. New Orleans again, they're in our division, so that's why we play New Orleans so much. But I'm glad that we're just getting a lot of those New Orleans games out of the way early, so we don't got to waste our time with too much of that. And then we got our second meeting against Denver, and then if I'm not mistaken, that's our first meeting against Golden State on Chris. Yeah, that's the Christmas game. So our first meeting against Golden State at Golden State. So that boy Clay will go back to the Bay for Christmas. That'll be a good game. It'll be fun. I mean, it's a Christmas game, so everybody's gonna be excited to watch that. And it'll be Cooper Flag on Christmas, the first number one overall pick to play on Christmas in his rookie year since LeBron James. Everybody. So, hey, already on the path to greatness. After that, we've got Sacramento, and we got Portland, Philly, Houston again, Sacramento, Utah, Chicago, Brooklyn. Our third matchup against Denver in January. Now we're into 2026 at this point. Let me go back up to the top. Let me move. Oop, see? Still not perfect at this. Let me move myself on over to the left a little bit. So as I scroll down, I won't get into place. All right. So we got two back-to-back games against Utah here in Dallas on the 15th and on the 17th. Utah As are coming to town. We're going to see how that goes. Hopefully it'll just be two dubs, but we do like to bullshit against teams like that. Then we got New York again, our second meeting against Golden State, and then our second meeting against the Lakers. That one will be here in Dallas. I'm hoping by that point in time, everybody still loves Luka for being out there in LA. Luka's doing his thing. He's okay, and he's doing his thing. We're not too crazy or worried about that. And at that point, everybody's embraced AD. Everybody's embraced Cooper. Everybody's embraced the rest of the guys. Like, we're all playing together cohesively. Because at that point, like, that's game 46. We will be more than halfway through the season at that point. We'll be getting closer and closer to All-Star break. We won't be there yet, but we'll be getting closer to hopefully Kyrie being back by that point in time. Like, I don't see him being back by then, but by that meeting with the Lakers, but who knows? I was like, I don't think he will be, but that's the thing. I'm not trying to like rush Kyrie back at any point in time. I want my boy to be healthy, take as much time as he needs. If it messes around and he has to honestly miss the season, I was mad about the thought of that, like honestly months ago. But I think that was just me reacting to all the bullshit from like the Luka trade and all like the hating ass fans and just bullshit. But past that, honestly, at this point, I'm like, yeah, it would suck if he misses the season, but in all honesty, if he misses the season and comes back super ready for like next year, or if we fuck around and like make the playoffs and he comes back for like the playoffs, hey, like, I just want my boy to be 100% healthy, ready to go, and ready to contribute because like I know he a dog, I know he a baller, and I just, hey man, me and like we the same age. He my 92, bro. Like, so I just want him to be healthy and good and his body to be right. Oh, I know he's taking care of himself. Know he's taking care of the family. Shout out, Kyrie. Just come back whenever you can, brother Irvin. We love you. But that Laker game will be fun. It'll be here in Dallas. I think I got tickets to that game because I got season tickets and everything. I gotta look at all the games we got on there. They just gave us the schedule as well too, but I gotta see if I have that because I'm hoping I got that because I'm pretty sure that's the only Lakers game that we have here in Dallas. So to see Luka and everything, see Cooper Flag in his first year against him here, that'll be crazy. Then we got Milwaukee, Minnesota. After that, Charlotte. I don't think I've seen Charlotte before, or maybe they're just so uninteresting that I didn't care when I saw them earlier. Then we got Houston again, Boston, I'm pretty sure that's the first time we're meeting Boston. San Antonio twice, one here at home, another one at San Antonio. I think that's the first matchup we're having with them since like game one, but that'll be cool. 'Cause I think we'll probably end up having like 4 games against them down the stretch is what that's gonna look like. Then we got Phoenix. We got San Antonio. We got Phoenix. And, oh my bad, not San Antonio. But we got Phoenix and then LA again right after that Phoenix game. That'll be at LA. Yeah. So 2 out of the 3 are going to be in LA. Then we got Minnesota, Indiana. At Indiana, we got Brooklyn, Sacramento, Memphis. That's our third matchup against OKC in like on March 1st. So late in the season. Then we got Charlotte, We got Charlotte again, Orlando, Boston, Toronto, Atlanta. See, now we're in that part of the season where everybody's going to be trying, yes, because it's like March and we're worried about seeding. But it looks like we got a lot of teams that like, okay, we got Cleveland twice, New Orleans, Atlanta, then there goes the Clippers. Like we got a kind of bunch of teams at this point that like they're going to be kind of hurt. They're going to be playing for they're gonna be playing for seed and they're gonna be trying some shit. But honestly, we got like looks like a stretch of teams that I don't want to just say it's gonna be easy, the easy teams or nothing like that. But it's gonna be like, all right, yeah, come March and even start of April, we can definitely like rack up some wins and definitely help ourselves like propel ourselves farther in the seeding and everything. Cause like we got Cleveland after those 2 Cleveland games, we got New Orleans, we got Atlanta. And then we got the Clippers. That's gonna be hard. We got Golden State. Okay, so like yeah, the Clippers, Golden State, Denver. Those 3 games are gonna be pretty difficult. Then we got Portland. Minnesota. They're gonna be good. But then we got Memphis. Orlando's pretty good. The Lakers. Okay, I guess I was talking shit. I was like, it's not gonna be just super easy. But I'm just saying, look up there. It's like Charlotte, Orlando, Boston. Who's gonna be hurt? I mean, they're still gonna be kind of good, but like they're gonna be hurt. Who knows? And Toronto, Atlanta. Like, that's like a 5 game stretch. I mean, Orlando's pretty good, but like we play them well, and I don't see it. So that's gonna be like a 5 game stretch. It's not too crazy. And then New Orleans again, Atlanta. It's like we got a bunch of random teams sprinkled in amongst like good teams. Because don't get me wrong, those are going to be like little hard stretches, and depending on how those teams look by that point, it'll be pretty crazy. But then got Portland, Minnesota, Memphis, Orlando. We got the Lakers. Then got the Clippers. Okay, no, okay, that's the 4th matchup against the Lakers, and that one's gonna be home too. So okay, it looks like we've got 2 games in Dallas and 2 games in LA. So that's cool. That's good that they gave us that. That'll be fun. That's April 5th. That'll be good. That'll be nice to see. Then got the Clippers, so we're gonna have to fly out to LA to go play the Clippers, then fly to Phoenix to play the Suns, and then fly back to Texas, but go to San Antonio to play the Spurs again for probably like the 4th or 5th time, if I'm not mistaken. And then finish out the season with Chicago on April the 12th, like I said. So yeah, that's the 82 games. Honestly, like, if I were to, okay, cool. That November 1st game was going to be in Mexico City. Honestly, that's dope. Actually, I might hit up my boy Danny, my roommate from college, and see if he want to try to like make it to that game. I might fly down for that weekend or whatever because that's a Saturday. Yeah, I might. Yeah, well, actually no, because I'm probably gonna fly somewhere for my birthday 5 days later. So yeah, probably won't. But that's cool though. But I don't know. So if I'm gonna have to guess what I would say our record's gonna be at the end of this or whatever, like I said, we're gonna deal with crap like everybody else does, but it's not gonna be as much bull crap as we dealt with last year. And I'm telling y'all been talking a lot of bullshit on Anthony Davis's name about him being injury prone and all this, and y'all been forgetting that he was a #1 overall pick, the best player in college when he came out, and that arguably when he's playing, he's the best 2-way player. But y'all gonna see, we all have a full season AD this year. Y'all gonna see how he's a monster. He's gonna be top 10 in a whole bunch of shit, and he gonna be, and y'all gonna be like, damn, AD's going crazy. Like, what's he trying to prove? It's like, yeah, because y'all was talking a bunch of shit and just forgot that he's Anthony fucking Davis. But we're gonna see that Cooper's gonna fit in with the boys, get comfortable. The guys are gonna mesh well. Like, we're gonna win a bunch of games. We're definitely gonna win over 500 games this year. I don't think we'll be in the play in. I think we'll probably be able to get ourselves into probably that fifth or sixth spot in all honesty, because I am eventually planning on Kyrie coming back. I did say if he didn't come back, I wouldn't be too mad about it, but everything is kind of trending towards him coming back, and with him being back for about a good month and a half to 2 months, like that'll be great for the team morale and good for like the team going to finish off the season and to get into the playoffs. So I mean, yeah, I did a whole lot of talking and everything to get to this, but if I were to say what our record's going to be at the end of all this, I'm going to say that the Mavericks are going to finish somewhere in the 44 to 47 range of games. So they're either going to win 44, 45, 46, or 47 games this year. They're going to be in that range. Like, we're going to be over 500. We're going to be one of those teams that we're going to be where we could get to 50. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to just, I'm biased, yeah, but I'm going to be slightly ridiculous. I'm going to be slightly ridiculous. I'm going to be slightly realistic as well. And say that and be like, yeah, I don't know if we'll just straight up get to 50 wins, but I think we might be hovering in that area and get close. Like, we'll be well over 500. So 500 is 41 and 41. And I believe that we're going to win at least about 3 games over that. So we'll finish at least 3 or 4 games over 500 in my opinion and what I'm picking right now. Well before the season's starting, you know what I'm saying? We'll probably try to clip that or make sure that we just keep note of that so that we can come back to that later and see what our record actually was at the end of the season and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the season. I hope you guys are too. It's been real. It's been real fun. Off season's been crazy. You know, we've been deep into the off season, so there's not always a lot to talk about. So when things like this happen, like with the schedule and stuff, it's always good that we get to come through, make a video, and give our thoughts about everything. For all the different content creators, go check them out as well. Go check out Locked On Mavs, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to Slightly Biased. Shout out to Mavs Digest. Everybody. Yeah, man. It's been real. It's been fun. Excited for the season. Excited to see Cooper Flag in his rookie year. I see my boy and them winning, like I said, at least 44 games. So he's going to have a good rookie year. I don't know what his stats will be yet. I'll probably try to think a little bit more about that as we get closer to the season starting. But like I said, the season doesn't start till October, and we're only in August. So we still got some time. We still got to deal with NFL and football first. So it's been fun, guys. Love y'all. Hey, always rep the Mavericks. Always love the home team. Shout out Goat Man Dirk, of course, yet again. Shout out to Goat Baby Dirk. Love him. All right, guys. Peace.